welcome to my video. My name is Sarah, but you can call me Samad. Today, I'm going to tell you a story about how I got pickpocketed and my worst ever experience in Bangkok, Thailand.
I'm going to preface this by saying I have been to Bangkok about 5 times now because I come from Kuala Lumpur and Kuala Lumpur is really near Bangkok by flight. But this was by far the worst experience I've ever had in my life, including the pickpocketing.
Subscribe! So, when I was 21 years old, I'm gonna say around that age, my ex-friend, she is no longer my friend, okay, wanted me to go to Bangkok with her. I'm gonna call her Lillian. So Lillian is a daughter of a very staunch Christian family. So she was very stereotypically a Christian brat that broke all the rules. She snuck out of the house plenty of times, skipped school, snuck her boyfriends into her bedroom without her parents knowing, drank alcohol, dated older guys, you know, all it's the cliche, you know, of like a strict Christian household with a rebellious teenager. So during that time, Lillian wanted me to go to Bangkok with her, and I really didn't want to go. Why? She didn't want to go to Bangkok to spend time with me. She wanted to go to Bangkok with her boyfriend, and she wanted me to be the third wheeler. Why? Because her parents would have said no if she went to Bangkok with her boyfriend alone. So her brilliant idea was to persuade me to go with her and make it look like a group of friends going to travel together. When I say persuade, she was bloody annoying with how much she kept pushing me to go to Bangkok. She was so pushy and annoying, and I just said yes out of convenience because it was just irritating me, okay? She was getting my blood boiling. So I reluctantly agreed, and then we went to Bangkok. I think it was about 4 days or something. It was a short trip, and I thought,
We could probably have fun. What could go wrong?
the first day was pretty chill. Everyone was cool. We were vibing. We were trying street food. We were relaxing. I met her friend who lives there. He moved to Bangkok like many years ago and became a pastor in Bangkok for some reason. I don't know, man, but he was cool. Like, I really liked him. First day was chill, but it all went downhill on the second day. We were no longer vibing because I became the lamppost in this trip. I was just like that one person being left out and just like straggling along in the back. It was terrible. I was actually lucky that that pastor friend was there because at least I could chat with someone. It was really uncomfortable, and I don't know, I just didn't like it. That evening, we decided to go to Chatuchak Weekend Market, which is a pretty popular weekend market in Bangkok. They have like food, they have cheap stuff, and it's mostly for shopping, and there's a lot of tourists. It's really crowded. We made sure that we traveled in a group because, you know, things can happen there. So we traveled as a close-knit group all around the crowded areas. For a little bit, I was left behind, but literally for like a second, okay? And I was right behind them. I was like, but it was really crowded. And at the time, I remember I was wearing like a tank top and shorts, and I had like a little backpack thingy that I like pushed to the front so it became like a kangaroo pouch, because I thought this was the best way to keep track of all of my important items, right? Like my wallet. But when I was left behind for like a second, that was when I got pickpocketed. I genuinely thought I was being such a responsible person too by putting this kangaroo pouch in front of me. But that was clearly a mistake, because the moment I realized that my wallet was missing, this was just solidifying how bad this trip was gonna be.
But you have to give the pickpocketeds credit. I mean, they managed to cut a hole in my bag within a matter of seconds and steal my wallet. They've got some magician hands, man, like, jeez. Oh.
So I lost my ID and all of the money that I brought to Thailand for that trip. Oh well, what you gonna do, right? After that, we went to the police station, made a report. I got my report so that I could bring it back to KL and renew everything and whatever, you know.
You can get fined for losing your identification in Malaysia, so I was happy to get that report to clear everything up.
So after that happened, I was really bummed out, and you know, Lillian and the rest wanted to cheer me up, so we went to go and eat tom yum and street food, and you know, that did make me feel better because
food, you know what I mean?
So while we were eating and just chit-chatting, I looked to Lillian and I was like,
is it okay if I borrow some money for the next 2 days because I literally have nothing on me.
But she looked at me and she was like,
I don't think we can lend you any money because we brought only enough for the two of us and we just don't have extra.
so I was like, oh, okay. You know, maybe they didn't bring enough, they just brought enough for these 4 days. It's fine, it's cool. I mean, it's just my luck. What can you do, right? So I had to embarrassingly borrow money from the pastor who I just made friends with 2 days ago. And I mean, honestly, thank God for him. Honestly, thank God for him. He was such a sweetheart and he really helped me out. So I paid him back when I was back in Malaysia and everything. Here's the best thing, okay? Here's the best thing about this. The next day, Lillian had the audacity to go on a shopping spree.
Did you not realize that I just got pickpocketed?
She went on a shopping spree. She had 2 duffel bags, those huge like gym bags, full of clothes from Platinum Mall. Platinum Mall is like this huge place with like really cheap clothes. And she went like ape shit crazy in Platinum and shopped. She told me she didn't have extra money to lend me.
I was pickpocketed.
What a bitch. Genuinely, at that point, I was really pissed off. I mean, I didn't even want to go on this trip in the first place. I'm a third wheeler. I got pickpocketed.
Can I also tell you that in the middle of the night, I'm pretty sure Lillian and her boyfriend were just like having sex next to me, and I was really disgusted by it, and I tried my best to fall asleep, but I was just like
I was done, okay? I was ready for this trip to be over. Fast forward, I was so happy to be flying back from Bangkok to KL. My dad was going to pick me up. He was happy to pick me up. He was worried about me the whole time and he just wanted to see his girl safe and sound. Okay, he drove all the way from the suburb to KLIA and it takes about 45 minutes drive from where he lives to KLIA. And I was just ready to jump into the car and go back to my parents' house, okay? So when we landed in KLIA, I was just like,
okay, bye.
And I bolted. I was like so done with this shit and I just wanted to go home and chill out and be alone. I ran to the taxi stand with a sigh of relief, just waiting for my dad who was just minutes away from picking me up. And at the corner of my eye, I see Lillian fucking straggling her duffel bags towards me and I was like,
What now? What now? What does she want now?
She came towards me and she was just like,
Sarah, like, your dad doesn't mind sending us back to Kuala Lumpur, right? Like, he wouldn't mind, right?
What the fuck?
what? Yes, he would mind. From KLIA to Kuala Lumpur is like over an hour away. My parents live halfway between KLIA and Kuala Lumpur. Where does it make sense that my dad should send you back home in Kuala Lumpur? It would take us double the trip. No! My God, like, she's so shameless, seriously. I was like visibly pissed off at this point. I just couldn't control my emotions anymore. You can tell when I'm pissed off because my nostrils flare a lot, so I was kind of like... Luckily, her boyfriend figured out that I was like bloody fucking pissed off at her at this point. He just came to the rescue and was like,
Nah, it's okay, we're just gonna take the bus. Don't worry about it.
She kept saying like,
Nah, Sarah's dad wouldn't mind sending us back. Like, he totally wouldn't.
I saw my dad like driving towards the taxi stand and I was just like,
Bye.
Jumped in and I was like, fucking floor it, Dad, let's go! We just drove away, like, honest. I was so mad and I probably didn't speak to Lillian for the next 5 months because of that trip. And then after that, I just stopped being friends with her because she's a horrible person. Like, what the heck?
At that time, I was studying architecture. I don't have time to juggle people's emotions, people's shitty behavior, okay? I just gotta worry about me.
I've got another 2 lessons for you, my friends.
Lesson number 1.
When you go to crowded places, whether it be in Bangkok, Malaysia, anywhere around the world, just watch out for your stuff. Like,
that was the moment I realized that I just shouldn't be carrying a lot of things when I go to crowded places, so I would just bring cash with me and at most my phone. But even with my phone, I will have it visible in front of me at all times. I'm too worried to keep it, you know, in my pockets or whatever. So either I put it in my bra or I have it in hand, like locked in my hand. Nowadays, things are contactless, so I usually just have my card or just my phone, and that's enough. Just be careful and always be aware when you go to crowded places like this because pickpocketing, mugging, snatch thieves, all of these things can happen anywhere you go, and At that time, I was just really innocent and I wasn't really paying attention, and that was my fault. So, lesson learned.
Lesson number 2, friends. Only travel with people that you trust. Now that I'm much older and I am a responsible adult, I only travel with people that I truly get along with and that I trust.
You see the true colors of a person when you travel with them, and sometimes it can get ugly because shit can really hit the fan, man. And then your friendships can just get ruined because you're just no longer compatible and you see the true colors of the person you considered a friend.
Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this story. I will have more stories for you soon. My name is Sarah. You can call me Samad. See you next time. Bye.